I mean that shit. Cause these white folks see us as thugs. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care if you think you a lawyer, if you a man, if you an African American, if you whatever the fuck you think you are. We thugs and niggas to these motherfuckers. You know? And until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man if we start?
When you black in America, when you black in America, this is not for America. I'd rather go to war against my own government. I would never die for America. Black in America, when you black in America, feel trapped in America. Fair shooting first, black lives, they don't give a damn, so you gotta stay strapped in America. Black in America. They don't understand what we go through. I don't give a damn what they told you. They be lying in the media, don't believe none of what you hear, and only half what they show you. Black in America, when you black in America, this is not for America. Black in America, when you black in America, this is not for America. Black in America, cause I'm old and black. I'm destined for jail cells and hearses. Lord, that's all they see for my future. My options, I play ball or rap. They think we not equal to them. Well, let me be the first one to see all the rules. Cause we ain't got time for the small talk. I come from the city where the crooked niggas dwell. Feds come run away or get put in a cell. Lord show me heaven cause we living in this hell. Trying to stay afloat, still bringing in them bills. Cause it's no jobs for a black man. They see us better as the trap man. Ride strapped in the mad black van. They ain't gotta tell us how to dance for a laugh now. They just kick back, watch us die over crack stand. Somebody help us, please help us now. If they can't control us, they just gun us down. They recruit them soldiers and knowing the war was for nothing, then come home and patrol the towns. And we ain't no better, we don't make it better by killing our neighbors. We idolize paper, we spend it, we chase it. But you ever looked at them bills? These the same motherfuckers.
Afternoon, people. Abstract Excellence is back. We are here, and I wanted to open up with a little introduction to what we are, who we are, and where we're going. Abstract Excellence is so much more than what you see today. The vision was founded 5 years ago for something greater than just viewership. So what we're going to do is create our own narrative. My brothers, my sisters, my family, we're going to recreate community, tradition, the things that they say we don't need, but clearly insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So we're going to change the game. Abstract Excellence. We are what we are. Gifted, artist driven. Let's get it.
Reality is a nightmare when you black in America. When you black in America, this is not for America. I'd rather go to war against my own government. I would never die for America. Black in America, when you black in America, feel trapped in America. Fair shooting first, black lives, they don't give a damn, so you gotta stay strapped in America. Black in America. They don't understand what we go through. I don't give a damn what they told you. They be lying in the media, don't believe none of what you hear, and only half what they show you. Black in America, when you black in America, this is not for America. Black in America, when you black in America, this is not for America. Black in America. Like a week ago, when MLK steps, and I can't say that in 20 years. Too much change, it's all the same. These niggas selling soul in exchange for the diamond rings, the lights of fame. But what can I say, man? It's the price of fame, the need to have all of the nicer things, but being impressed by all the whites remain. Cause I'm black in America.
Moving forward. We are gifted, art, and driven, and it won't be easy. Hey. ABX is in the building.
We just trying to do something different. Y'all already know. Uptown Blunt. get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But that's the mindset that you're saying we're trying to erase. That a man shouldn't be called a sucker because he's doing the right thing. That doesn't make sense.
I believe it, huh? Watch it leave me speechless, huh? This my winning season, huh? Flexing on my demons, huh? Knew the Lord was scheming, wasn't down for no reason, huh?
If you take the route that you can be a better person.
Came from the bottom of the pot. When I got saved, I was on the block. I got locked with bags in my sock. I got bagged by undercover cops. Up the street from the parking lot. On the way to the barber shop. I'm just grateful that I made it out and see myself off the paper route. Still got homies living in the trenches. I feed homeless women on the benches. We treat all year like Thanksgiving. On the block, I made a great decision. There's somebody tell me I ain't winning.
No, all love, all the time. Gifted out and driven. Abstract excellence, baby. Tell them about it.
Still bust shells. Still bust sales. Look at them numbers on the scale. Me, I'm dug in hell. Try all of what I feel. I say I turn a wheel. When I win my life on the scale. Went from dug in 12. Now I'm dug in hell. Many times I failed. Many times I prevailed. Satan on my trail. I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. When it season. When it
We're back in it. So, like I said, good afternoon. Welcome to Abstract Excellence. Shout out to our photographer Sam over there getting everything today. We're back on the relaunch for the fall, so we got a lot coming to y'all this fall season. Everything's been restructured. I got my brothers with me. Obviously, I have the ARC over in the corner.
What up?
My assistant and partner over there. I don't know if you got. Did you get him over there? No. Stan didn't get you.
Give me.
Stan the man, my engineer, of course, engineer Profato. Jade and Jacob over there, and Mama. Thank you, support. Shout out to all my mamas, Mama P, Mama Ann, Mama Bree, Mama White, Mama Vic, my sister, wifey, and I think that's about everybody. Doc, Connect to the Bridge. Like, y'all, appreciate you. Everything wouldn't be here without you. And without further ado, y'all know these dudes a little bit, but we're going to take the day and figure out who they really are. Don't all speak at once now. I mean, so much to say.
I'll start it off if you want to. I'm Malcolm. I'm known as Pounds. Man, I grew up in the same neighborhood with these guys. Right now, I'm a chef at the Capitol. I'm somehow Jermaine's personal chef. I don't know what the contract is.
He ain't cooked me nothing yet.
You know, I became his personal chef.
Partners, listen, we're going to talk about that later. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
My brother Bree and my big brother Ho, D, is, I got 2 kids, 2 beautiful young ladies that Foots wouldn't allow to be here today.
Here we go. Lyric.
Yes, my baby Lyric.
You know better than that.
Everybody's table knows my baby Lyric, and I think they all agree that maybe she shouldn't be here today. But my baby Soraya and my wife Shireen. Pass one on you, Bree.
Black Love. No, we got it.
No,
I'm sorry.
we're
Bring him in.
gonna
Hold on. Lower the lights when we introduce him. We're
not
going to
gonna
lower the
nothing.
lights, and you just got to be like, welcome to Abstract Excellence.
He's not a monk.
Black Love. Black Love is in the building. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Without further ado, Black Love.
We're starting already. All right. Okay. Well, I'm Anthony. I like to say my last name, Breed Love. I do not go by Black Love. You can call me Bree. I don't know give you an insight on me. As you can see, it's a lot to deal with that I'm bringing to you. But honestly, I've known these guys for a long time. I've known Malcolm for over 20 years.
I spent a lot of school days in this house.
Yes, he did. He should have been in school.
School.
I've actually known all these guys for over 20 years. Actually, I've known him the
pretty
longest.
much most of our lives.
I've known Anthony the longest over here. What I do, I work for an appliance store. You know, I'm a appliance tech. That's about it with me today, man.
How you doing? I'm Anthony. I've known these guys for a long time. boys to now men. Just here to shed some light and just show that, you know, coming from where we come from, you know, it wasn't easy. Like, we could, like, be in the system or could be doing the wrong thing, but we just hard-working men who take care of our family and try to provide for our family, and just want to give some insight on how lost the youth is, and, like, they need guidance. And what I see out here today, there's no guidance for this youth out here today. They lost.
Church. My man Stan. Yeah, well, first off, before we get to Stan is the engineer here at the station, or one of the engineers here at the station, but Stan is also, Stan is many things. A trove of knowledge, and if you get him going, I promise you, you're going to learn something. That's my word. So Stan is the engineer here, but Stan is also a active part of Abstract Excellence, ABS. He's one of us, and he offers more than just being an engineer. So throughout this process, you will hear from Stan in different ways, and trust me, he's going to surprise you. Stan?
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I'm just a humble dude, man. I'm a student of the world and philosophy, and I love my people, man. You know, I also do the engineering here.
One of the other things. And of course, Nefuzu over there, the ARC, my assistant and business partner.
Quiet Storm.
Shadow,
The Quiet Storm.
What is Malcolm called him Black Tony. Go ahead. Tell him what you got on going on, buddy.
What's up, y'all? You know, Art. I go by a lot. Nephew, Art, Black Tony, whatever it is. Just don't call me Anthony. I might not respond. But if you know me, if you grew up with me, you know I always hang around Jermaine and everything. Ever since growing up, he called me. He's an annoying little other child, and yeah, I pretty much is. And grew up around him, so I've been walking in faith with him ever since day one. And it's a surprise that he's here now, and everything come together so fast. I'm excited. Let's get the show started.
True. So, we are supposed to have a special guest today in BJ Banks, but he is running behind. So, the show must go on. We got to keep it moving. That said, we're going to move right into what the plan was today. So normally what we'll do here in Abstract is we'll have topics and kind of go from there with flowing with the topic through one another. We intend to tackle real issues and current events, but we also intend to bring about who we are, and we aren't always serious. It's just emphatically true. So we have many different things coming to you this fall. We have different segments and call-ins. We are doing promotionals, so if you want to promote your product, you want to promote your business, definitely give us a call, email one of these guys, abstractexcellence@gmail.com, abstractexcellence@icloud.com. We're also on Instagram, Abstract Excellence, Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, Snapchat. Everything's Abstract Excellence. No change. So you should find us everywhere. That's ABSTRAKTXCILENCE. It's behind me.
Make sure your spelling is correct. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, kind of missed the letter.
The majority of us went to DC public schools, so yeah, we had to look around.
And part of DC public schools, what they mean by that was Breelove House through Should we break into that a little?
No, not at all.
No, we shouldn't discuss that. My mother's sitting
Your mother's
sitting right there
and looking directly at me.
Matter of fact, now that's a perfect segue. We're going to just get off of that real quick. Hey, Mom, we got Mom in the building. She's here supporting here this first show of fall season and restructure. I don't know what we were talking about.
But you got to look at it you got to look in a positive way, because my mother's watching this. So I want to say, Mom, I wasn't in the streets. I was at Breelove's house. See? So I was being kind and productive in making sure that Breelove's house stayed occupied. And
that's it.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Yeah. We joke and we kid, man, but like Nutty said, man, we've come from we come from a lot of things, man, and a lot of people that we grew up with in different places aren't in the positions we in. Some of them aren't free, some of them aren't alive. Some of them are alive and free and still lost.
Still lost.
Yes, yeah. So this platform is not just about us, having fun. It's about us creating opportunities and changing the narrative, as I said at the beginning. So, yeah, man, this ain't, what you see ain't what it was, and where we going ain't where we are yet. So stay tuned.
Some knowledge up in you. I see that.
Yeah, man, I got a little profoundness every so often.
I think he got him hanging around Stan.
Stan the man.
So Foots is
I think
bit
that
of
came from
the
Miss Ruby.
philosopher of the group. Stan is the intelligent guy. Me and Bree Love will probably not say much intelligent, but we're going to say a lot. We're just going to just talk. Hody is, Anthony, I'm sorry, Hody is a family nickname. Anthony is the quiet, I'm gonna make sure everybody's right and
But when he said
taken
it,
care of. Yeah, so
When he said he mean it.
he's actually the youngest, but he's probably
Actually,
the
I'm
most
Actually,
bigger
no,
brother
of
out
our
of all of
group,
us.
No, I'm the youngest of our group.
You're younger than him?
Yes, my birthday's March 31st.
See, you done messed up the whole segment. Now you supposed to let it go. Supposed to tell nobody your age. It don't matter.
I didn't.
But Hody always looks out for everybody. So Hody is that guy that y'all say that a real. That's what Anthony is. And Tony's new to the group here. We're trying to break in and it's starting to wear off on him.
81.
Yeah,
I am. You
y'all
said
can have
82?
no side conversation.
I thought you meant.
We on the air. Y'all having side conversation about the birthday. We do that.
We can have side conversations.
See, I'm trying to run the show and they won't let me
Exactly.
be the host.
We can have side conversations. I was pounding the whole time when I'm having the conversation last show. Sorry, y'all. But go ahead. As we were saying,
I'm not gonna do it.
we are many things, but more importantly, we're brothers, man. So what you see is what you get, and sometimes we don't get along. So
That's what makes it more real and
I don't
genuine.
know what family does get along all the time.
church,
You're not being real.
Yeah.
and I segue because y'all know I'm fire lit. So I see no reason why not to touch on that. I felt like I was leading into that for a second. So Ray, I love you, and I need you to understand that I'm not doing this to go at you, but you got to understand something. I love you. So, like all of our brothers that we started with aren't even here. Him being one of them, and we still do this for him. Like regardless of the fact, whatever, not just him, but for all our brothers.
Shout out to Ray.
Shout out to Ray.
Ramon.
You know what it
No.
is.
Love you, muchacho. Yeah, we the whole team, man. The whole rep. We love y'all.
As you so-called
But
rip.
we doing this for multi-purpose reasons. My children, their children, but their children's children. Like, it doesn't change with us continuing to put forth the same efforts and expecting different results, like I said. So I don't really quite know. I was just looking at this thing. Like, I'm really not quite sure exactly what we are going to do, but I know we're about to do something. Like, I've been telling anybody who will listen, this is about to, we're about to change some things. I ain't exactly sure
All right,
how
well,
we
This is
keep
gonna be
talking
straight
about
truth.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna talk to. We're gonna bring to them straight truth.
Yeah, absolutely. Every chance I get.
And from the heart, as far as how we feel about today's subjects or days that are going on in today's world. As far as the most important thing is our kids, and they're the next generation. We talk so much, we laugh so much, but it is the things that I'm seeing on an everyday basis, just riding the metro. It's mind blowing, and me and Jermaine were talking not too long ago on the phone. Excuse me. And we were talking about where did the responsibility lie when it came to them. And we put the blames on us, on ourselves. Yeah. We dropped the ball between the guys that were before us, teaching us, until now to them. And we've dropped the ball, and now we're here to pick the ball back up and do what we need to do.
That's pretty much it. Where we come from, like you said, where we come from is community. So them dudes, he talking, like, we dropped the ball heavily. Like, the reason why we here is because We had ladies, not just my mother, but his mother. It was connected, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We were unified. It was a real live community. So I knew I didn't have to duck just my mother. I had to duck his mother.
Everybody.
Like, we knew we had to. So that, man, listen, we dropped the ball heavily. But go ahead, Nutty, I'm sorry.
I mean, because, like, when situations happen, everybody just pull out their phone and your world stop. Don't nobody think to just intervene and try to stop whatever is going to happen. Like, just think about if you intervene and try to stop instead of trying to record whatever's going on, how things can go right instead of left. Like,
but that's the generation that we in, where everything is technological. I gotta have like, okay, so I left my phone in the house the other day, and I didn't have it at all, and I was like, okay, I don't need it, doesn't matter. But everybody at work who's in their 20s was like, you ain't go back and get it? I'm like, what? Go back and get it? I ain't want to be late for work. I couldn't understand how they thought it was more important for me to go back and get my phone so I can get on Snapchat and Facebook instead of making it to work on time to take care of my family. So that's just the type of society that we're in. And a lot of the teachings, I mean, I hate to say it, it's not that we just necessarily dropped the ball, but a lot of the parents are so young that they didn't have anything other than what they knew. So me and Jermaine go back and forth on this a lot because we kind of have different views. And I'm not going to start because we'll argue for the rest of the show.
Yes,
Nobody be able to talk. But
I would like to hear it.
So I put a lot of the blame on the parents, and I also put the blame on if someone doesn't know something, you can't be upset for them for not knowing. It's hard to blame someone for not knowing, or So a lot of these young teenagers and parents today don't know how to raise a child. You got to realize, I know how to raise my child from being around your mother and Ms. Ruby, and like when we grew up, we had a safe place to go. Ms. Ruby Porch was a safe house. We lived in a horrible, drug-ridden, violent neighborhood. So all the stories you hear about Ray Philippin and all those guys, we grew up in the middle of all of it. But Ms. Ruby's house was a safe house. Like, there could be a shooting in the next house next door, but Ms. Ruby's house was off limits to everything. And we could be out there till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and all you had to do was tell your parent, I'm on Ms. Ruby Porch. It was a safe house. There's no one to teach the younger generation what it is to be like family. Like, if you go around there now, it's not even the same feel of neighborhood that we had. Like you didn't have to be into drugs or gangbanging for someone to look out for you.
Well, we disagree before you, so he can. Because he said where we disagree is that he says if you don't, what did you say? You can't blame somebody for not knowing.
Yes,
we disagree because what you mean you can't blame somebody for not knowing?
They haven't been
knowledge
taught.
is knowledge is readily available. So what I'm saying to you is this: if you don't actually actively seek it, you aren't going to find it. So at some point there has to be some accountability to say, listen, with all this knowledge readily available to be great, you choose to wait for somebody to give it to you and then blame it on somebody else for you not knowing when it's readily available for you.
What age range are you talking about? You speaking of when you're talking about readily available
we just discussed. I'm not talking about their age, obviously, but I'm talking about.
But if they haven't, this is my point. I see where both of you all are going, but on that one, I have to agree more with Malcolm on that one.
I know I was right.
No, it's not. It's not that more that you were right. It was just the simple fact is I agree with the premise as far as you can't get mad for someone not knowing something if they weren't taught. Like we just hit on the point where we just hit on the point where these kids are younger now. Mm-hmm. So how are you going to expect a child to raise a child? I can't expect a child to raise. I can't expect a little girl to raise a woman. I can't expect a little. You understand what I mean?
Hold on. I agree with that. Hold on, but this was my point.
We got.
Well, in this day and age,
we got
to be honest, this day and age, bro, they having babies at 12.
But hold on.
You know what I mean?
You also got to take the initiative to want to.
And that's what I'm saying.
I get it, but I understand it. But if it's okay, what I'm gonna put it like, wait a minute, I got you. We family to the bone, and we grew up together. Your mother instilled that in you. You understand what I mean? So you had someone there instilling that in you.
Well, she instilled from grandma.
From day one. So when you don't have a person there instilling that,
there's no more big mamas. Let's pause for the calls for 1 second.
Truthfully.
Yeah, let's pause for the calls for 1 second and get BJ in here so we can get him a part of the conversation as well. Because we only have 30 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
So
my apologies.
We're going
this is how
give us a quick break. Give QB music. Give us a quick break, y'all. We coming right back. BJ Banks.
I can go do powder up,
And
get some of
back
this
to
grease
the
sauce.
conversation.
Because I'm looking
Quick
real
30
greasy
seconds,
right
we're
about
coming
now.
right back.
And when I say thug life, I mean that shit. Cause these white folks see us as thugs. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care if you think you a lawyer, if you a man, if you an African American, if you whatever the fuck you think you are. We thugs and niggas to these motherfuckers. You know? And until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man if you starve?
When you black in America, when you black in America, this is not for America. I'd rather go to war against my own government. I would never die for America. Black in America, when you black in America, feel trapped in America. Fair shooting first, black lives, they don't give a damn, so you gotta stay strapped in America. Black, they don't understand what we go through. I don't give a damn what they told you. They be lying in the media, don't believe none of what you hear, and only half what they show you. Black in America, when you black in America, this is not for America. Black in America, when you black in America, this is not for America. Black in America, cause I'm young and black. I'm destined for jail cells and hearses, but that's all they see for my future. My options, I play ball or rap. They think we not equal to them, well let me be the first one to seesaw the rules. Cause we ain't got time for the small talk. I'm from the city where the crooked niggas dwell. Feds come run away or get put in a cell. Lord show me heaven cause we living in this hell. Trying to stay afloat still bringing in them bills. Cause it's no jobs for a black man. They see us better as the trap man. Ride strapped in the mad black van. They ain't gotta tell us how to dance for a laugh now. They just kick back, watch us die over crack stand. Somebody help us, please help us now. If they can't control us, they just gun us down. They recruit them soldiers and knowing the war was for nothing, then come home and patrol the towns. And we ain't no better, we don't make it better by killing our neighbors. We idolize paper, we spend it, we chase it. But you ever looked at them bills? These the same motherfuckers who hate us. No, they don't give a fuck about me or you. They tell us shit like stay focused and count your blessings. An honest message is one of the biggest lies that ever been televised. We can start with 9/11. Oh, they sleeping. The truth right here. You can never live a day in these nightcares. We them niggas America might fear. White man, reality is a nightmare when you black in America. When you black in America, this is not for America. I'd rather go to war against my own government. I would never die for America. Black in America, when you black in America, feel trapped in America. Fair shooting first, black lives, they don't give a damn, so you gotta stay strapped in America. Black, they don't understand what we go through. I don't give a damn what they told you. They be lying in the media, don't believe none of what you hear, and only half what they show you. Black in America, when you black in America, this is not for America. Black in America, when you black in America, this is not for America. Black in America like a week ago. On MLK steps, and I can't say that in 20 years. Too much change, it's all the same. These niggas selling soul in exchange for the diamond rings, the lights of fame. But what can I say, man? It's the price of fame. The need to have all of the nicer things, but being oppressed by all the whites remain. Cause I'm black in America.
We back, folks. Like I said, we got the great BJ Banks in the studio. So we're gonna let him introduce himself and do his thing. Yeah, you want to be.
My name BJ Banks from Northwest Washington, D.C. These fellas right here from my block. So same place they from, that's where I'm from. I'm an artist. I do reality rap. I like to think of it as something with a message in it. You know what I'm saying? Not just, just on the beat, letting the beat make the song for itself. But, I kind of add what I see and my views of the world. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you my perspective. Hopefully somebody out there can relate, So that's what I do.
So we're gonna definitely we gotta make sure y'all hear the new track before we get out of here today. So because he jabbed.
And remember what he said.
I just told him earlier.
Rap.
Listen, I told him earlier, and I'm gonna say it on camera so everybody can hear me. So you know this ain't no gas. This guy here is
the truth.
Is the real deal and is real live mainstream up next. Like
I appreciate that.
So what y'all need to do is after y'all listen to all y'all other little stuff, and y'all want to hear some real rap, reality rap.
Yeah.
So everything he's speaking, like he said, we all grew up from the same neighborhood. So he's not speaking, he's not just making it up.
Me and Pound's in the same building.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Growing up, so he's not making none of this up. So I'm telling y'all, wordplay, he got cadence, man. He has whatever you're looking for. My man can do.
And from this point forward, you will hear about him or ABX every chance we get because he's one of us, and we ain't just saying that because he's one of us. But we back his talent because he's talented, man, and he need to get where he got to go because we going where we got to go. I just told y'all earlier.
Man, if y'all know me, y'all know I keep some BJ Banks spinning somewhere on my phone, in my house. I play BJ Banks on a regular.
I already know. And my man ain't never asked me for nothing but just get him in a party.
Yeah.
Hey, look, that's real though. He ain't never asked for nothing. He told I don't want nothing from you.
And on a greater note, though, back to how what we were just talking about, we cue into the conversation too. And it's funny he just said that. Like, man, listen, we were brought up wired that way with it. Like, I don't want nothing from this man. I don't mean that disrespectfully, but like that's my brother. I want more for him than I want from him. And that's the same thing here. Like when this came about with this platform in general, and after we did the All Males Roundtable and certain things, man, listen, from very jump, it was nothing that was going to stop me from whatever that happened moving forward that wouldn't allow me to include my brothers in some form of fashion. And I ain't want. They'll tell you, look, I don't want nothing from you if you let Pounds do the budget for you. Listen, that's a whole nother show.
Man, the budget is another show, but I'm good with the budget.
I wouldn't call it good, but I'm going to say he's something with the budget.
Man, I turned a +0 into $1.16. I'm good with the budget.
You said a +0. Did you hear that? A +0 into
$500. I don't know. But yeah, man, we
need him on Wall Street.
Yeah, man. So when we bring in people here, we have people on this show. Like, I promise you, like I told y'all on the social media, if y'all following us, we ain't going to lead you where you don't want to go. So you ain't going to get nothing but transparency. If it ain't right, we ain't going to have it here. That's the base point. So the man sitting to the left of us is absolutely the real deal. Go YouTube, follow him, subscribe to him, iTunes, get his music,
go see
him,
get his views on.
Go buy that music. It's worth every cent. I'm telling y'all now. So I've been around DJ for the majority of his life, and I'm still. When I say I'm a big fan, I'm happy here now. It's like I'm sitting at a concert. I'm glad to see my man BJ. His music is uplifting. It's truth. It's fact, man. Y'all enjoy everything. Every line he spit, you'll enjoy.
And that's truthfully from the heart. He's giving it to you.
Yeah,
that's not a joke. He's dead serious.
I already know.
That's love. That's love all day. Yeah, got you.
So, with that said, Bree just asked a good question. You could have asked the question.
No, I was waiting on you. You know.
How you feel about the youth today, man? As far as what's going on, in the streets.
I mean, see, my generation was raised under y'all. You feel me? Right. So it's like we was that last generation I would believe that had those morals, those values, in certain places. You feel me? Like nowadays, it's no way I could sneak my man out for real. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's especially from my block, you know what I'm saying? If you from, we done grew and groomed each other as men at this point. There's no way I snake my men, but it's some youngers that I know that will snake their next door neighbor. You feel me? Like that'll snake their men, but it's just a whole different mindset. You know what I mean? Like they think self. You know what I'm saying? We didn't think like that. We wasn't even taught to think like that. So I don't know where the disconnect came, but it's definitely a disconnect.
But that's what we was talking about earlier. But me and Bree had a conversation about a week back, and I'm saying we dropped the ball. Our generation dropped the ball to some extent. 'Cause even though y'all came up under us and y'all still had it, it was really the remnants of the old heads before us that gave it to y'all too.
I think it was more so us watching y'all, seeing how y'all was messing up. Right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too many older dudes around our way that was really pulling us to the side You know what I'm saying? But Pounds always was one for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody ain't had that.
He did his job, and I give him that all the time. Like he definitely did his job.
He used
But
to
the rest
pull
of
me
us, though,
downstairs, man,
yeah,
come
like
downstairs, kick it with me.
we more or less left, or and some of us didn't leave but stayed there but still left. We more or less left to go find it and get it and try to come back, which to some extent we are rounding back to it now. But in doing that, it left a huge gap and foundation between, especially now what I've heard some of the youngest sleeping under bridges.
It's communication.
But this is also a difference. BJ wanted to be intelligent. Like BJ, like I always tell everybody this. Man, this is my.
I know you about to tell the same story, bro.
Yeah,
go ahead.
This is one reason why I love him so much. He couldn't have been no more than maybe 9 or 10, literally. And I remember his sister wanted to go out and play, and he was like, "Nah, we gotta go upstairs and do our homework first." With 9 and 10 wants to get that done. He didn't want to go outside and just be the next guy outside or a follower. Right. Like BJ at the age of 9 or 10 was already telling his older sister, let's go do this, and then we can go do this. So he was intelligent. So it wasn't like business. So it wasn't like that's what I mean. It's not that we dropped the ball. It's that he wanted some intelligence. He went and grabbed it, and you know what he did? He took that and said, all right, I got what I got from you. Now what else can I learn from somebody else here? What else can I learn from this next person?
But see, it's not just him, though. You got him, Sonny, KK.
Yeah,
like, that whole generation picked up and did something.
But notice what you said, their group, you feel me? Because their intelligence, they fed off one another.
You feel me?
Where he dropped the ball at his man picked him up, was like, okay, nah, keep pushing it.
We hold each other accountable. We've been doing that since youngest.
Remember that word, people.
Nah, for real.
Exactly.
We've been doing this since youngest.
You hear that a lot.
And notice what
if
he
it's
said.
Something that I'm doing, man.
Pull me up.
It's been times where, you know, I was the one out of my group that kind of fell into the streets early. You know what I'm saying? I caught a felony early. You know what I'm saying? Cam, just like you were saying, was one of them ones that pulled me to the side like, bro, I think you faking being a gangster, bro. I know you go hard, but you faking being a gangster. That don't hit me to the heart. Because I'm like, I ain't faking. I don't feel like I'm faking, but you just telling me I'm doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Slow down because I'm smarter than that. And that's what I got. We argued about it, but to this day, you know what I'm saying? That's my bro.
And my man said, to this day.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, see, you just said that because I saw one of the other interviews you did. I told you with the chick down in Atlanta, and you was talking about transitioning from that space to being a businessman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And talk about that a little bit just in how difficult that is, but also, you know, where you are now with it.
My transition kind of was just like thrown on me because I was in a situation with a label. You know what I'm saying? I was just be signed to Steve Francis. So the business I wasn't really all the way hip to, but me not being hip to it made me want to get hip to it because I didn't know what was what. My mother worked at a law firm, so she had like one of her friends that was like an entertainment lawyer, look over the contract, make sure I wasn't signing nothing, you know what I'm saying, nothing crazy or something like that. But once we got that figured out, it was just the extra paperwork. Like every time you do a record, you got to do paperwork for it. I ain't know nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying? How to get paid, none of that. I didn't know, so I had to learn that on my own. And just over the years of learning that stuff, you know, you just focus on different things. You just naturally move away, it seemed like. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even that it was like a difficult transition or even a transition at all because I still go around the way. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I'm nailed for a different purpose now. I ain't really out there trying to hustle no more.
You pushing through rather than standing up. Yeah.
Check out this new video around the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Check out Medicine.
It's called Medicine, man. Young Fat Swag. Fat Swag on there. Go
Swag.
Fat Swag too.
That's swag.
But yeah. In general, I think that's what, and man, if you talk about that a lot, like that transition is a little harder for dudes that don't have dudes around them to keep them.
But they also have individualism.
I was about to say they gotta be able to stand up on their own too.
Because
you know what I'm saying, like you gotta be comfortable with yourself.
If you check out his group, they all do different things. They go different ways. But you know what? They didn't care that somebody else didn't like what the avenue they took. If you my man, why I'm not doing, you're supposed to be my man. Why I'm doing? If I'm in the guard, I remember, man, this was years ago. I forgot who it was. A friend of mine wanted to be a real police officer. We were younger, and they was like, "No, it wasn't him. We wanted to be real." And everybody was like, "You want to be a police for what? What's wrong with you?"
Pusshead.
And everybody was knocking them, but if that's the avenue he wanted to take
That's what he need
to
to
feed
do.
his family and become a man, then what's wrong with that? You know, I mean, I understand that we were more into the
But
hood
that,
life.
but that was the thing, like what you just said. It was the people that were in more into that hood life.
We about to get clutch because some
felt a
DJ
certain way about
said
that.
this about to touch some souls for a second.
What? What?
So B made a comment that he said, who you said you was playing fake gangster?
Yeah, my man Cam.
Cam, right. Check this out. Okay. At 38 now, and these dudes older than me, like, you realize how many dudes was really playing fake gangster. Because, listen, when you understand what it really means and you understand what we really doing here, you understand what I'm really talking about. And I'm trying to really I'm keeping it clean for now. That's what I'm doing. I'm keeping it clean. But understand what I'm saying, that there are a lot of dudes that still doing exactly the same thing, screaming exactly the same thing.
That ain't gangster.
That ain't gangster.
It's not.
How
did you not evolve?
That's evolution.
The
Yeah.
evolution
Like
you
where
have.
we are now, man. What we doing at this point? Like, listen, that gang. You just go ahead.
You
and kill
learn
that
from
whole
those
thing,
situations. That's what you're supposed to take out.
Gangster is what he was. What you saying? What he just said.
Yeah.
Evolution. It's
evolution.
understanding. Like, listen, man. We come from the dirt. But to stay in the dirt is just a choice. Like, listen, I want to be the seed, so I'm trying to grow from the dirt. I'm not trying to stay in it. Like the roads from the concrete. Like, nah, I'm not doing that. So
shutting down shops.
I
mean, it's just 100.
So at some point, like, you have to evolve. You have to change. And if you don't cultivate your circle, the people around you that don't want to change, they'll pull you right back to where you started from.
But that's what goes with that saying.
If
You
you're not
surround yourself with
comfortable
good people that
yourself,
want to do the
though,
things
it
that you
still
want
goes
to
back to
do.
individuality to me.
You're right.
Be your own person.
You got to be able to step
most
out even
dudes are
without
followers.
Yeah.
You feel me?
They are,
You got to be
man.
your own person, bro. Like, I tell my son that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be your own person.
But then saying, like, sometimes some people try to do too much. You understand? They try to
Because
sometimes
we just kind of talked about it briefly earlier at the beginning with the situation that's going on. Like, but you know, when you say you got to be what he's saying with being comfortable, you got to be okay with saying, listen, man. And the matter of fact, let's call it a spade a spade. I told every one of these dudes, with the exception of B, sitting in this room from that way all the way around. I said, listen, if you in. We ain't generating no real funds, so if you in, you gonna have to be all the way in.
I need to
or
go
not.
to the book so they can see this.
That said, like, listen, I'm
We got
not
some books.
putting no pressure on not one of these dudes to do anything. Y'all my brothers.
Man,
This
book
platform,
zero.
we gonna grow together and do what we gotta do. But when it's all said and done, like, if you not in, I love you, I respect you, we still gonna be brothers, but I gotta go. I still got to go, because the show must go on. So at the end of the day, it can be me or it can be us, but I want y'all with me. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all with me, and I want to hold y'all up, and I want y'all to hold me up. But at the end of the day, like he said, I'm also comfortable doing this without you. You know what I'm saying? So, and I have to be, because if I'm not, I'm no good to y'all anyway. And that's the point he's making. Like, listen, it comes down to understanding who you are and self, being able to take that lead. And I want y'all to feel that same way. Like, at any point, like, man, nah, that's what it's about. That's hold one another up, because that's how we rebuild. That's how we set the tone for my son, daughter, sons. Like, that's his daughter. That's how we set the tone. And I think
My daughter that he wasn't allowed to be here today. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say it no more. Go ahead.
I think it's gangster.
Go ahead, man.
I think it's gangster when you act your age and you
Hey,
mature.
yeah.
You take care of your family.
Yeah.
You work hard. You provide throughout all the obstacles and struggles you got to go through to just be a man. I think that's gangster.
You know, disagree with me.
I can't disagree with that.
Black Tony, you ain't had much to say today. Come on,
What
man.
did you tell me? Call him
Let's
Quiet
hear
Storm.
it. Yeah, that's what's
I mean, right now I'm just taking all the information since I'm the youngest one out here right now with y'all and learning, so I can go out and teach my generation. Because right now the biggest gap that's blocking us from getting what we know is social media. Because everybody want to fake do this or fake be that, but behind the pictures, y'all really not doing nothing.
Yeah, I know a lot of people with social media lives. That's what I call it. Social media life.
Hold on, let me say this. So
That we know
we
in
are
reality.
sitting there, and I'm not gonna. I don't want to blame social media for everything, because one of the things is I'm not a technological guy, but I remember, like BJ says, coming out of the house, I know how to use a computer because of BJ. That was one thing that Stop the bridge.
For real?
Man, I can't tell you what I used to be able to look up on the computer, but that's the only thing I was able to look up on the computer before I met you.
Don't play his Xbox.
I mean, even to this day,
what was the Xbox?
It was the PlayStation 4.
The PlayStation 4. Don't play the
Even
game.
to this day, I gotta sit here and tell BJ, man, how do I download your song? It's new, I got it.
Every
but
time
where do I
I
get
see
it?
him, bro. Every time. Where do I get it? I'm like, bruh.
So
be on
can't we
the
use the
same
social
place.
media to help get,
No, we can't.
Got
That's-
that
you
bridge.
can't-
That's
you
what I'm
can't-
saying. That's,
Everything
instead of making
can
a
be-
reason.
No. I
I'm
get
learning that. Yeah, everything can be used in a
Social
positive
media
light.
is a gift and a curse.
Yes, give that bingo.
It's being more of a curse right
Just
now.
like money.
But that's the problem. That's the
It's like
pendulum
money.
is
It's like-
the pendulum is more
so many
towards the curse
things
side
that's
of it
given a
at
curse
this point in
to
time.
Yo, you heard that?
No, what'd you say, Zalik?
You don't want to hear the
So,
video. He said,
See, what we
give
don't,
the curse
what
or
a lot of people don't understand about the social
Yeah.
media,
Y'all
it's
full
like
time.
a crack in the
Oh.
80s again, it's like a crack epidemic because the social
Right.
media, it puts off more endorphins than any of these drugs anybody out here
"Oh,
selling.
I don't want to. You can use them as an example.
listen,
who gets high off of it? AB.
Popeyes sold out of chicken
Oh,
sandwiches because
It's
of
one-
social media.
it's social
Y'all need
media,
to
and
understand
it's a
that.
regular chicken
People
sandwich
high.
with a pickle
Yeah.
on
The
it.
people get high.
So how you
It's
got
like
chicken?
putting the
Yeah.
drug in the child's hand.
We ain't even there. We
You know.
I
just
feel
My
like
chicken sandwich?
I ain't even had that shit.
I mean, I'm just
Man,
asking.
I didn't either because it wasn't. It
I don't
wasn't.
eat, I don't
I'm-
eat chicken or beef though, so.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I think
different.
a good
just
chicken
wasn't gonna do it
sandwich.
for
So
the
y'all
simple fact
get
I'm
it
just saying,
first
like,
in.
people, like, for
We got our
what-
own chicken sandwich. ABX chicken sandwiches, y'all. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make our own chicken sandwiches.
so
Man,
we want to
it's
give
simple.
B medicine track a little time to play toward the end. So I just want to kind of sum it up a little bit and give my baby a chance to say goodnight. She's here with the funny face. You gonna get your time, baby? Okay. Okay. All right.
She's like, man, if
She
y'all
can
don't
have
stop,
my mic.
Yeah.
you ready?
You want to come say hi?
Oh,
Come on. Okay. Well, we'll get to you in a second because we ain't got a whole lot of time.
I'm like daddy.
That said, man, listen, every other Sunday we are here, 1 to 2 p.m. This what we need y'all to do, though. We understand we up against the NFL, so we probably not going to have many
How
of
about
y'all
the
watching
Cowboys,
live.
too,
We
man?
don't even what? Blow them up, the whole thing, everything.
So we're gonna be an
Everything
ABX
is
member short next week, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know that, okay?
hey, this man made the whole panel go quiet.
What we need
Go
y'all to
ahead.
do is make sure you go rewatch, subscribe to our channel because we are officially on YouTube, Abstract Excellence. Subscribe to our channel, rewatch it, follow, share, tell somebody, send a pigeon, throw a rock. ABX is in the building. We are going to be here until we're not. Yeah, every other week. And y'all know the regular cast, but B, listen, flat out, anytime you want to come back, brother, anytime you want to come, you are a de facto part of Abstract Excellence. Anytime
Appreciate
you're
it.
welcome because you are one
Pop
of us.
in like bro, man.
Yeah.
Pop in.
Fifth flow.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Follow
let
me
'em know.
everywhere. I'm on Instagram, Twitter. BJ Banks, BJAYBANKS. Just put out new music. The medicine video is out on YouTube. I got a new song that just dropped today called Connected. That's on Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere music is streamed. All my music, man, just search me, Google me. I'm Googleable. I'm Googleable. So Google me, I'll let me connect.
You ready?
You ready to do your thing? You want to say hi? Everybody, this is Jade. She is the junior CFO of Abstract Excellence in real life. She is,
sure.
On the nonprofit side of things, she is the real life junior CFO. Paperwork. Let them know that you're going to run the show when it's all said and done, right? Your show? All the way live, like Fox 5. Right? They gifted out and driven. Good night.
Good night.
Like y'all.
You zero. Now, where's my money?
Have all the keys up here and be like, look, send the money in.
Look, my phone jumping off the E-route. cause I got the medicine. All we know is gon' get it. You ain't getting paper, then you irrelevant. My bitch bad with a thick ass, that's a whole different type of elegance. Real nigga, my DNA, you can see it written on my skeleton. I don't fuck on niggas, I be dolo, moving slow-mo from the medicine. Need a purple heart in this section. Niggas with good aim like a veteran, yeah. I can link you with the medicine, yeah. I make it move with the medicine. I do what I do with the medicine. Smoke out the crib and the cool with the medicine. Yeah, good flames in the booth all the medicine, yeah. I know that it's heaven, say know that I'm pushing this shit like I'm peddling, yeah. But fuck who you feel like you better than. Where's the money and record sales? Flood the block, just caught 11 sales. Niggas know about coming at me wrong. Tell my youngin' rush them double 11 shells. Done a lot of shit that I can never tell. I know about the struggle very well. Making hookers with the ooze of noodles. Niggas eating good and nerdy sell. Man, I'm tired of these niggas, they lame. Flip with a zip and got change. Niggas keep switching their lanes. I see that you got a little bitch in your veins. I might go get on the plane. I need a crib in the hills too. Out the window screaming, fuck the feds, throwing up the 30-30 with a steel too. Niggas say I'm wild and that's real true. But don't get it twisted, the flow is professional. Ironic, the technique is technical. They got the room with a bag of the medical. Yeah, my phone jumping off the E-route, cause I got the medicine. All we know is gon' get it. You ain't getting paper, then you irrelevant. My bitch bad with a thick ass, that's a whole different type of elegance. Real nigga, my DNA, you can see it written on my skeleton. I don't fuck on niggas, I be dolo, moving slow-mo from the medicine. Need a purple heart in this section. Niggas with good aim like a veteran, yeah. I can link you with the medicine. I make it move with the medicine. I do what I do with the medicine. Smoke up the crib and the swag, nigga. Ayy, I like high-tech 16s. I like to get it and go. Nigga, I got dope, I serve good fiends. I like the hand-to-hand boat. They say they want it, come pull up on me. I'm on that front line, you know that I do. I don't give a fuck about the opposition. I might pull up and I glop the end. You know when I shoot, it ain't no missing. I sit that lean and I like that dirty. Solid young nigga, I never been birdie. Favorite spot, the kitchen, I whip a birdie. Ball main, denim, hoe about 30. Glock 19, hoe about 30. High as hell, I just pop me a perky. 8 in the morning, bitch, I'm out here early. Two-tone 40, I'm James Worthy. Most of the oppositions, yeah, they scurry. Finesse to a K-Row is line for the 30. I can look in his eyes, I know that he birdie. D.E. Bach, loud, yeah, he heard me. Niggas ain't out here, I know that they scurry. Niggas ain't out here, I know that they scurry. My phone jumping off the E-route, cause I got the medicine.